guys, Thea here from That Sweet Tea Life, and today we're taking a look again at the HomeRight Finish Max, specifically the patterns and the pressure of the paint coming out and how to really have control over that. So bear with me, everybody else is out today, so we're gonna do this a little bit different, but I'm gonna show you exactly what to expect and how to get the results that you really want. Okay, let's take a closer look at our sprayer. First, we have this adjustable cap. By loosening it, you're able to adjust the spray nozzle by twisting the wings in different directions. Remember, by twisting the wings and leaving them diagonal, we have a circular spray pattern. This is generally going to be useful when you are spraying detailed areas or spindles. Personally though, I tend to prefer a flat spray pattern. Now if I want to spray horizontally, I'm going to turn the wings on my tip horizontal as well. This is actually going to give me a vertical spray pattern, which is ideal for spraying across a surface. Now if I want to spray vertically, say for instance an armoire or some cabinetry, then I'm going to want to also turn those wings vertical. This again is going to give me a horizontal spray pattern, which is ideal for spraying up and down. Once my nozzle is turned in the appropriate direction, I simply tighten down my cap. Now, let's take a look at the control knob. You'll notice that it's similar to a screw. Turn it clockwise and it screws into your trigger. This gives you the maximum amount of product coming out of your sprayer. Then if you turn it counterclockwise, the dial is going to move away from the trigger, and this allows less product to come out of your sprayer and also increases the pressure. Alright, let us go take a look at what all this looks like. Here you'll see I've hung up 2 rows of banner paper. Now this is just what I had on hand. Feel free to use whatever you have. It could be cardboard, it could be a drop cloth. Whatever is convenient for you to be able to genuinely test your sprayer and get to know the spray patterns and what each little mechanism does. Here you're able to see that I've already got it turned vertical. Remember, this is going to give me a horizontal spray pattern. I've got my dial turned all the way in as tight as possible, which is going to give me maximum flow. You'll notice that if I just pull it back a little bit halfway through, nothing happens. It's only air. However, if I continue to pull it back past that first point of resistance, then the paint will begin to come out. First, let's test it with a horizontal spray pattern with maximum product output. My dial is turned all the way in. This gives me a very broad and very heavy spray pattern. Now I'm going to turn the dial counterclockwise as much as possible. This is going to allow the least amount of product to come out. As you can see, the spray pattern above is much wider than the one at the bottom. The bottom is lighter and the pattern is smaller. Let's see what happens when I turn the dial back a little bit, putting it basically in the middle. We have a good spray pattern, nice and opaque, but not too much product, leaving me with the drips. If we were to use those same settings and move horizontally, we would find that the spray pattern would not fan out enough, leaving us with pooling. But if we go ahead and tighten the spray dial just a little bit, this is going to give us a more perfect pattern that's a little bit wider, but still gives us enough product coming out to give good coverage. This is what you want to look for. Now let's take the nozzle and we're going to open the cap, use the wings of the nozzle, and we're going to turn it so that it's diagonal. Remember, this is going to give us a circular spray pattern. This can sometimes be ideal for spindles or detailed areas. Lastly, let's take a look at turning it so that the nozzle is completely horizontal, therefore giving us a great spray pattern for spraying horizontally as well. As you can see, if I use those settings to spray up and down, this doesn't give me the desired results. They're pooled and they're just not spreading across the surface. If I go across with these settings, it gives me a nice flow, nice and opaque, broad and even. When spraying, you want to make sure that you are holding the sprayer the proper distance away from the surface. This is going to be somewhere around 4 to 10 inches away. If you're too far away, you're simply not going to get any coverage. The spray is going to go all over the place. But then if you get too close, it's going to be too concentrated and you're going to have pooling and dripping. Additionally, you want to make sure that you're holding the sprayer parallel to the surface. This is going to give you even amounts of paint all the way across. You also want to make sure that you start the spray before your surface and end it after your surface. This way you don't have pooling at the edges. If you find yourself rotating your wrist out instead of holding the sprayer parallel, you'll find that the spray is going to come out fanned. It's not going to be even and give you the results that you want. Now remember in the very beginning, whenever we had the dial turned all the way in so that the maximum amount of product came out, this was the result. Alright, so let's summarize it one more time. Make sure that it's turned horizontal if you want to spray horizontal and vertical if you want to spray vertical. Slanted if you want those little tiny details, but again, I hardly ever use this. Adjust the dial to make sure that the proper amount of product is coming out. Do a test. If it runs, there's too much. If it's sputtery, there's too little. Make sure it's just right. Be sure your sprayer is not too far away, but also not too close to the surface. You don't want to have any pooling or dripping. Also, be sure to start your sprayer before you come in contact with the surface and spray past the surface before you stop it. This helps to keep everything even so you don't have pooling or uneven patterns. Hold your sprayer parallel to the surface that you're spraying. If you rotate your wrist, your spray is simply going to fan out. And last but not least, play. Grab the paper, grab the cardboard, whatever you need in order to get out there, mess something up, and really figure out how this thing works. All right, I can't wait to see what you create. Until next time, guys.